Number 10. The menu meltdown at restaurants. Ever grab that menu from the server and feel your mind go blank? You've eaten here a dozen times, always grab the usual. Yet you're scanning every page like it's a mystery novel. Experts dub this choice overload, and it hits a lot of folks. Too many picks overload your circuits, sparking worries like, what if my dish flops while theirs looks amazing? Or eyeing the chicken but envying someone's burger? In the end, most folks, around 80%, stick with the safe bet, like binge watching the same series on repeat. Eateries exploit this glitch, positioning high-margin stuff in the upper right spot where your gaze lands first during the freakout. They bring in menu pros to craft layouts that ease the chaos, knowing brains glitch past 7 options per section. Those flowery blurbs, they're anchors for your frazzled thoughts, making decisions less daunting. Number 9. The corridor greeting dilemma. Spot an acquaintance heading your way in a hallway, and your head kicks into gear. Nod too soon, and you're in awkward limbo too late, and it seems rude. There's the casual up nod for buddies, like a silent hey, and the down nod for loose connections, basically I see you, no drama. In a flash, you're assessing pace, distance, how well you know them, and who's got the upper hand socially. Screwed up with a premature gesture, and you're both trapped in this silent standoff, can't stare, can't ignore. Grabbing your phone, obvious dodge. This ritual plays out globally, from bustling cities to quiet offices, but one universal law holds: no second glance post nod. Slip up with extra eye contact, and boom, you're stuck chatting when nobody wants to. Number 8. Ditching the microwave before it beeps. Timers at 3 seconds, and you're poised like a secret agent. Hand ready? Counting down? 2. 1. Yank the door open to silence the impending wail. That piercing tone grates because it taps into our ears' peak sensitivity zone, akin to a wailing infant or screeching siren. Back in the day, such noises signaled threats, keeping ancestors on alert. Some folks build up dread as the clock nears 0, plotting their move like a heist. Companies get the complaints and surveys about the annoyance, but they crank the volume anyway to prevent forgotten meals. We've got gadgets that map genomes, yet microwaves still howl like relics from decades ago. So we all play this game of stealth opening at the last tick, avoiding the auditory assault. Number 7. The bedroom chair pile up. That seat in your room is morphed into a laundry landmark, buried under clothes that aren't filthy enough for the wash, but not fresh for the drawer. Psych folks label it avoidance from mental exhaustion after a day of choices. Your energy's tapped, so the shirt lands there temporarily. It's like nailing big calls at the office, then blanking when asked about dinner plans. This chair habit is your mind tapping out, postponing the verdict till tomorrow. Historical nods show folks have done this forever. Old books describe draping half-worn outfits on furniture. Even tidying gurus confess to their own stash spots, hypocritical, sure, but relatable. It's a small rebellion against constant sorting. Number 6. The call answering tone shift. You're mid-rant to a pal about botching a recipe, voice all casual chaos when the phone buzzes. Pick up, and suddenly you're channeling a polished rep. Hello, this is Alex. Your friend side eyes you like you've been possessed. Research on this flip calls it performative speech. Your brain cues up a scripted act, treating the ring like a spotlight. Happens regardless of caller ID. Even for family who've seen you at your messiest, you amp up the formality. Pitch rises, words get fancy swapping yeah for absolutely like you're in a boardroom drama. On professional lines, it's peak vocab. Let's reconvene instead of talk soon. We notice the change in ourselves, but act like it's standard protocol, no questions asked. Number 5. The yearly flame-blowing ceremony. Buddies rally for your survival milestone, circling a flaming dessert while belting out attuned pure ritual vibes with tasty perks. The honoree puffs out the fire with breath full of germs, and everyone digs in anyway. Roots trace to old Europe, where folks lit candles and made racket to ward off bad spirits drawn to birthdays. Yep, we're echoing ancient warding tactics. The wishing bit? From early Greeks believing candle smoke ferried hope skyward, blending in some old-school mysticism. That classic song started as a school ditty by siblings in the late 1800s, originally a morning hello. It stayed locked under copyright for ages, forcing chains to invent cringy alternatives to dodge fees. So, amid the cheers, recall its part demon shield, part divine dispatch. Number 4, the alarm delay deception. That snooze key tricks you daily, lulling your system back into rest mode with hormone releases, only to yank you awake minutes later like a cruel joke on your own biology. And that thing Ray, the alarm delay deception. Studies show this fragmented shut-eye worsens grogginess, then rising promptly. It's dubbed that foggy post-wake haze. The 9-minute default? No deep science, just a mechanical quirk from mid-century clocks, unable to hit 10 exactly. Folks even preset alarms early for multiple hits, akin to scheduling letdowns on purpose.
We're essentially gaslighting our bodies at dawn, setting a tone of self-sabotage before the day even starts.
Number 3, convincing bots of your humanity, racing to snag event seats online, card in hand, when a digital gatekeeper demands proof you're flesh and blood. Those select the bikes puzzles, they're crowdsourcing data to train machines your volunteering labor for AI advancement. Ironically, the challenges stump real people sometimes, flipping the script on who's authentic. Now systems skip your picks and scan behavior, cursor pass, click speed, overall flow. Too polished? Suspect. We must fumble deliberately to pass as imperfect humans, debating if that edge counts as a storefront or sidewalk sliver. Meanwhile, the algorithms probably aced harder tasks, leaving you pondering existence mid-test. Number 2, blindly accepting fine print. Snagging a fresh app, you tap agree, sans skim standard move for most. These docs rival books in length. One social platform outpaces a jazz age classic, a music service tops a Scottish tragedy, and a payment app exceeds a royal drama. Reading yearly policies would eat over 2 months of full-time work. Firms bank on your skip, embedding odd clauses. Tests proved thousands agreed to forfeit kids for connectivity or souls for games pranks, highlighting the oversight. Some terms greenlight data sales to vague buyers, essentially open season on your info.
It's a gamble we all take without blinking.
Number 1, the non-stop head chatter. That internal narrator drones on critiquing every step like a freeloading critic in your skull. Stumble publicly? It quips, nice one, champ totally invisible. But wild fact, not all brains run this script. A chunk of people process via visuals, emotions, or vague notions, no endless replay of awkward chats or random urges to yell in quiet spots. For voice havers, it's chaos, tunes invading focus, old cringes at bedtime, wild impulses mid-talk.
This dialogue molds our recall traits and choices like a nosy co-pilot armed with your deepest dirt, ready to deploy it.
What small daily quirk gives you the creeps? Share in the comments, I'd love to hear your takes.